Alright, welcome back. Let's go ahead and finish the code, and let's go ahead and add some more to this comment here. It says the active book is protected. You must first unprotect the workbook. Okay, just to let know whoever's using it, that they need to unprotect it before they can use this feature. Alright, so let's come down here with our next line of code. What we want to do is we need to determine the number of rows and number of columns in our selection whenever we make our selection. So determine the number of rows and columns selected. Okay, so here's another comment. It's good to comment your code good so you'll know what each piece of code's for. Alright, so to count the number of rows and columns, that's going to be one of our variables. In row is equal to selection dot rows dot count, and then for the number of columns, is equal to selection dot columns dot count. Alright, so that's going to tell us how many rows and columns are in there. So let's go ahead and terminate procedure if more than 1,000 rows are selected. This right here, not really a particular number. You may not want to have too many rows selected. Might slow your computer down. You can change that to 2,000 if you want. You can try whatever kind of number you want. So let's go ahead and type in the code for this. If the number of rows is greater than or equal to 1,000, then let's put a message box. Please select fewer than 1,000 rows, and enter. Alright, so please select fewer than 1,000 rows. Now, and tell it to exit sub, and then it won't continue with the code. Alright, now we need to determine the first row and the first column in our selection. So determine first row and first column. Okay, there's another comment for us. Let's see, let's go over here and let's expand our window so we don't have to keep scrolling down so much. So determine the first row and first column. We want first row is equal to active cell dot row. First column is equal to active cell dot column. And then let's go ahead and get the first cell. First cell equals active cell. Alright. Now let's determine the last row and last column. Alright, so determine the last row and last column. We're going to have last row equals the first row plus the number of rows minus 1 and the last column is going to equal it's going to equal first column plus the number of columns minus 1. Okay. So that's going to give us the last row, last column. Alright, you can join me back in part 3 of the video to finish up the code. I hope you're enjoying it so far.